I think people can have like preconceptions or like this almost fantasy idea of like being a farmer and sort of like this like, again, idealized or sexualized nature of it, of being this sort of idea of masculinity, when in reality it's like 95% like compliance paperwork and like doing stuff in the office, and it's not this like bucolic, like hot idea that I think a lot of people might think it is.
Yeah, because I suppose maybe they think it's rolling around in the hay.
It's like, I'm sure a lot of people
get off the tractor.
Yeah, people have seen like a lot of films that maybe start like that.
Yeah.
and then yeah.
What sort of gay farmer jokes do you get? Do people make jokes and other lines that people say?
Well, I mean, when you think about farming and think about all the various terms, is like ploughing, drilling, just like there's a machine, there's an implement for a tractor called a topper, and yeah, so I mean that always like meant any mention of that, it's just like, yeah.
But the thing is, that's been called a topper for
like
hundreds of years, and then the gays get hold of it, and suddenly it's something completely different.
And it's just like, and I sort of like, yeah, you try and put something up on Instagram, sort of like some serious post about like biodiversity decline or something like that, or like what I'm actually doing on the farm, and then someone will be like, yeah, there'll be some ridiculous comment underneath.
Go on, give us a sample of what you might hear.
Just like it literally just be like me saying, today I've just seen a corn bunting on the farm, and it's first recording of one in Herefordshire for 12 years or something, which is like, that sort of thing really excites me. And then there'll be someone underneath with like flame emoji, like daddy or something like that. It's like, can I just want someone to take it seriously.
You must get a lot of DMs, right? As you explained to me at the start of the interview, the flame emojis.
Yeah, used to, and I think probably did a lot more when I was like at one point posting slightly thirstier content.
Right.
But yeah, now it's just all about farmland birds and kale and
what was the thirsty content?
Policy.
You must have removed it because I couldn't see that.
Yeah, well, I did actually take most of it down, but I did a calendar for Movember, and it was great, and I raised like 15 grand for Movember from selling them, and
go on. So what was the content here?
It was like, kept my pants on, but yeah, I was just like, right, okay, I need to like monetize this somehow for a good cause, and yeah, took advantage of it. But
so was it you like on a hay bale, or you on a tractor?
It was like, oh god, there's one of just like me in my pants, like sat on the floor leaning up against a tractor wheel, and I was just thinking, my dad walks around the corner now.
Yeah,
like
all of his worst fears come to life.
Yeah, just like I just can imagine him and just shaking his head and walking away.
Since your marriage, you haven't had a boyfriend official?
I did yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, I kind of did yeah, for a bit, but again, just yeah, very very special guy, but just very difficult to make it work when you've got two people with very very different careers, going in different directions.
Because I guess when you're at the farm, you need someone to live with you at the farm, ideally in the future, right?
Yeah.
You can't be doing a sort of long distance to the city every so often.
Yeah, it's not easy.
How do you meet guys since then?
Like friends of friends, so really. I tried like Hinge and Tinder, and I like it's like in Herefordshire. I was like, It's like swiping through, and it's just like, oh, I've swiped to Manchester.
Haven't you had people contact you who are married?
Yeah.
And don't know how to
and
deal with their situation.
And it's really tricky because like I'm not a counsellor, I'm not a professional, so I can't go giving advice.
And when I say married, I mean they're married to women with children.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, you can't go giving advice to people, but and some of them are really genuinely like, I don't know what to do, but then there are some people who just like who've like got in touch, and literally all they want is someone to hook up with on the side. And I'm just like, I mean, that's one place where I will offer some advice, and it's like, that is just like not on, like, you just, nobody wins from that. Nobody wins from that scenario. It's just not fair on your wife or kids. You just need to like find a way to.
Do you engage with them though? Do you speak to these people that come to you with these stories?
I did in the past a lot more, but it got to a point where just there were so many messages.
Yeah, right.
That I just felt I couldn't, like, I can't, just because it takes a lot out of you as well.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to, you've got a day job as well, like, I can't spend half a day sort of like counselling someone over a DM. And it, I guess I feel quite guilty about that. Yeah, there's been some pretty tough times from all sides, because like living in the, because I'm still living in the country, and I think everybody like wants to meet someone and settle down and nice to have someone like on the farm with me. And I was, up until about 3 years ago, I was married. I've been with someone for 16 years, and then he left me, and then that was like really tough.
So you were married for how long? 6 years?
Married for 6 years, but we were together for 16.
Wow. Okay.
So it was it was quite a shock. So it's but then it's sort of like, oh right, okay, let's start unpacking all that unresolved trauma you've had since like when you were, before you came out, and that's like major help.
Yeah. So when that relationship ended, how were you after that, being on the farm? And then I presume that your ex-husband moved out, so then it was back to you on the farm. That must have been quite an adjustment.
Yeah, well, it was